Hey Carl, have you ever noticed how the tip of that iceberg looks so much like the human mind?
Yeah, I've heard your thoughts about it.
You know, Carl, the human mind is the same. We only see the tip.
And beneath the water, monsters are hidden.
Pure evil. It's beautiful.
Jung, the human mind loves to believe it is the absolute ruler. It says, I control everything. But the truth? Our conscious mind is only the tip of the iceberg. Beneath it lies an ocean of hidden desires and fears.
Exactly. The collective unconscious flows like a silent river beneath us. People who thought the Roman Empire was under their command did not see that myths and archetypes were shaping their destiny.
Look at Julius Caesar, a man who shook Europe with his armies and saw himself almost as a god. He believed everything was in his hands, his armies, the people, even the senators. Yet one day, in the Senate, those very close friends plunged daggers into him. In a moment, control was taken from him. His mind had deceived him.
And Napoleon, who believed his individual will could shape the course of history. At the height of his power, he saw himself as Europe's unrivaled commander. But the collective unconscious of nations, the buried anger and desire for freedom, rose like a massive wave from Russia to Spain and swallowed him. The mind lies. I am the commander, while often we are only a soldier in the battlefield of the unconscious. Freud, the second lie, is even more dangerous. I know myself, but the shadow always follows us, unseen.
Indeed, in my clinic, a patient would say, I am a calm person. Yet their dreams were full of suppressed violence. Their self-knowledge was just a mask, crafted to hide inner terror.
History is full of such examples. Hitler saw himself as Germany's savior, a man who would revive a wounded nation. But a huge shadow simmered within him: fear, hatred, obsession with power. That shadow transformed him into a monster that engulfed the world in flames.
Much like the myth of Narcissus, the youth who fell in love with his reflection and failed to see his destruction. He thought he knew himself, but he was trapped in a superficial image. Our minds do the same. We see only reflections, not the whole inner truth. The third lie, Jung, is this: my memories are true. But memory is more like a dream than a historical record. Every time we recall it, it is rewritten.
Remember the witch trials of the Middle Ages. Simple women, alone in dark rooms, under the pressure of priests, confessed, I flew with the devil. They truly believed it. But the memory was created by a mind fed on fear and social pressure.
I've seen this in my clinic too. A patient swore that in childhood, a wild animal attacked him. The memory felt vivid and detailed. Yet after analyzing his dreams, we realized it was only a combination of a childhood dream and stories his parents told. The mind had made a false story, but he believed it to be truth.
Nations do the same. National histories are filled with heroes who may never have existed or whose deeds were exaggerated. People believe them because collective memory reflects today's desires more than past reality. The fourth dangerous lie is, I make rational decisions. Yet the collective unconscious, like an invisible director, holds the strings.
Patients believed their marriages were rational decisions. They listed qualities and said, see, everything is logical. In truth, they were seeking to recreate their parents' relationship. What the id wanted was rationalized by the conscious mind.
Let me give a mythological example. Paris, Prince of Troy, thought his choice was simple: select the most beautiful goddess. But every choice symbolized hidden powers. By choosing Aphrodite, he unknowingly triggered a 1,000-year war. A personal decision led to historical disaster.
And today, in politics, people think they vote based on economic or social plans. But look at the posters, colors, and emotional slogans. The collective unconscious guides them. Logic is just a thin veil for instincts and emotions millions of years old. The last lie, perhaps the sweetest deception, is, "I know what makes me happy." The mind promises wealth and pleasure, but the unconscious knows these are temporary comforts.
Modern humans think a new car, a bigger house, or a few luxury trips will make them happy. But after a short while, the emptiness returns. The unconscious desires wholeness, meaning, and individuality.
Buddha was a prince in a golden palace. All worldly pleasures were at his fingertips. Yet he was not at peace. One day, he left the palace and saw suffering, illness, and death. In that moment, he realized true happiness does not lie in gold or jewels. He left the palace and began his journey.
And in myths, heroes leave material treasures to seek inner treasures. Like Gilgamesh, who learned after grand adventures that immortality lies in meaning and friendship, not power and wealth. Happiness is a journey inward, not a destination outside.
So Jung, the mind is a master deceiver. It says, you are the commander. You know yourself. Your memories are true. Your choices are rational, and you know what happiness is.
Yet all 5 lies are just curtains that keep us from seeing the truth. A truth hidden in the unconscious, in the shadow, in the inner journey.
Perhaps the greatest truth is this: to know yourself, you must first break the mind's lies.
And perhaps, only in the dark mirror of these lies can we reach our light.